And here we are for the home game between Monticello and Mount Zion. I'm Blake Faith, Braves TV sponsor. I'll be on the call today. Nikki Elgood starting for the Braves today. Chloe Williams at first base. Savannah Ballard second. Addie Rods at shortstop. Third base will be Adeline Ethel. In center field be Anna Cameron. Right field will be Ella Fink. And left field will be Molly Doolin. And behind the plate it's going to be Ellie Green. As we get our first batter stepping up to plate, it's going to be number 2, Sadie Walsh for the Sages.
Number 2, Sadie Walsh. Oh, yeah.
Elgood winds up. First pitch is in, ball 1. Adeline Ethel a little bit up on the plate as Elgood's foot pitches in their ball 2, or strike 1, a little late on the call. 1-1 count now for Kit Walsh. Elgood with the 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Oh. I didn't either. It's 2-1. 2-1 count now. Elgood winds up in the dirt, ball 3. Three-one count now. Elgood winds up the pitch to Walsh. Swung on right back up the middle. That'll be good for a base hit. So now coming to the plate will be number 22, Tia Key.
Now batting number 22, Thea Key.
Elgood's pitch in there. Going to be called strike 1. 0-1 count now for Key. Elgood winds up, delivers the pitch. Squeeze, but ball 1. 1-1 count now for Key. Elgood winds up. Delivers in the pitch. 1 on, fouled off, strike 2. 1-2 count now for Key. Walsh over on first base after the hit right back up the middle. Elgood with the 1-2 pitch. Almost caught a corner. 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch from Elgood. Ball 3, full count now for Key. Full count pitch now from Elgood to Key. Elgood winds up, delivers it in there. Swung on off the hands. It'll be fouled off the left line. Elgood once again winds up the full count pitch. In there, off the hands. Little trouble from Molly Doolin as that's going to go out of play for another foul. So we get reset here. Full count to Key. Wall still on first base. Elgood winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball. Going to go out of play once again to right field. Full count still. Elgood winds up. The pitch off the hand. Is it going to drop out? Just foul on the left line. Elgood winds up full count pitch. Swung on off the hand. Looks like it's going to carry. Ella Fink's going to try to get a read on. That'll be a home run. Or off the wall. Runner advanced to third. So now the Sages with 2 hits, runners on second and third, nobody out.
Now batting for the Sages, pitcher, number 8, Cassidy Stoffel.
Now Cassidy Stoffel will come up to plate, pitching today for the Sages. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Selgood winds up here. The pitch is fouled back, strike 1. Oh, 1 count now for Stoffel. Elgood winds up the pitch. In there for strike 2. So Elgood winds up the 0-2 pitch. Swung on off the hand. As Ella Fink's going to almost track it down there. Fouled off right field. Oh, 2 count now, still for Stoffel. Runners on second, third, nobody out, top of the first inning. Elgood winds up the 0-2 pitch. Right down the middle, or it looked like a strike, so that'll be ball 1. 1-2 count now for Stoffel. Elgood winds it up again. Going to be fouled off to over the right field wall. 1-2 count now for Stoffel. Elgood winds it in the pitch off her hand. Going to be fouled once again out back to right field in the wall. One-two pitch once again. Elgood winds up, delivers it in the dirt, ball 2. Two count, runner still on second and third. Nobody out, top of the first inning. 2-2 pitch from Elgood. Going to be called ball 3, full count. Elgood with the full count pitch. Going to be called ball 4. Take your base. Base is loaded now.
Now batting number 11 is a Beery.
So now bases are loaded for number 11. It's a Beery. It's the courtesy runner. 31, Emma Lawhead will run for the pitcher.
31, Emma Lawhead.
As Beery is left-handed. First lefty we've seen today. Top of the first inning still. Bases are loaded now for Isaberi. As Elgood winds up the pitch. In there for ball one. Elgood with the 1-0 pitch. Ball two. Almost hit her there. 2-0 count now for Beery. So that goes right back up. It's going to find a hole. That'll probably score 2 runs there. Anna Canterbury with it. And the Sages take a 2-0 lead off the hit from Isaberi.
Now batting, number 17, Madison Highland.
Now Madison Highland will step to the plate for the Sages. First and second occupied, no outs.
Courtesy runner, number 7, Daisy Coy.
As Daisy Coy will be the courtesy runner. As they'll go to wind up the pitch here in the dirt for ball one. One 0 count now. Elgood winds up the pitch in there for strike one. Swung on and missed. 1-1 count now for Highland. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. One, 2 count now for Highland. Nobody out. First and second base occupied. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on over the glove of Ethel. That's going to be called fair. So now bases will be loaded once again, and the Sages get their fourth hit of the ball game. Sorry.
Batting, number 5, Ashley Stuyvesant.
As now Ashley Stuyvesant will step to the plate. Bases loaded once again for the Sages. With nobody out. Elgood winds up the pitch. Called strike one. 0-1 count now for Stuyvesant. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Oh, 2 count now for Stuyvesant. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Elgood with the pitch. Swung on off the hands. Going to be fouled back off the right field line. Oh, 2 count now for Stuyvesant. Elgood winds up the pitch. On the inside. Going to be a pop fly. That'll be the first out inning for the Braves. As now number 14, Allie Weiner will check in will step to the plate with base loaded, 1 out. Elgood with the pitch. Swung on, missed, strike one. 0-1 count now for Weiner. Elgood winds to the pitch, in there for ball one. A little high there. 1-1 count now as Weiner winds. Elgood gets the pitch in there. Ball two. Two 1 count now. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on, missed. Strike two. 2-2 count now for Weiner. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on. Fouled out of play. Elgood with the 2-2 pitch. Throws it in there. Ball 3. Full count for Weiner. Bases loaded. 1 out. Sages lead this one 2-0. Elgood with the full count pitch. Swung on. Looks like it's going to be trouble as that's going to go off the wall. That'll score 1. Maybe go 2 here as Green gets it. Nope, off her glove. They'll advance the runners to second and third. As the Sages now up 4-0. So now Ava Schweitzer swings and a miss. Strike 1. Swung on. That's going to be hit soft ball. They're going to go to first. Home on it. That's going to be out. Great play there at second by Savannah Byler. It's now 2 outs. Runners on the corners.
Now batting, number 13, Lucy Leatherwood.
So now Elgood puts the pitch in. Leatherwood showing the bunt. Could be in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count now for Leatherwood. Runners on the corners. Braves trail 4-0 here. 2 outs. Elgood winds up the pitch. Called ball 2. Two count now for Leatherwood. Elgood winds up the pitch. It'll be 3-0 count now. So that's going to be called strike 1. 3-1 count now for Leatherwood. Elgood winds at the 0-1 count. Fouled off, strike 2, now full count. Elgood winds up the pitch. Full count pitch. Swung on. Going to be foul. There's runners on the corner still. 2 outs. Leatherwood at the plate with a full count. So now Elgood winds up the full count pitch. Strikeout looking as though in the top of the first inning. Braves trails won 4-0 with Anna Kimmerer, Addie Rotz, and Elle Fink up to bat next. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. is now stepping up for a first bat of the ball game.
Leading off
Number
Mount
7,
Zion,
Anna
center fielder,
Canamaru.
Number 7, Anna Canamaru. Change the batting order.
Sage is playing up on Canamaru. Stoffel's first pitch, and they're for ball 1. Stoffel's second pitch, and they're for another ball 2. Or they're going to call it strike 1. Umpire a little slow raising his hand today. 1-1 to count now on Canamaru. Stoffel winds up the pitch. In there. Canamaru gets it down. Is she going to get there first base? No, it's going to be out on the fielder's 4-2 fielder's choice. Or 6-2 fielder's 6-3 fielder's choice. Jeez. Now Addie Rott's going to be stepping to the plate for the Braves. Stoffel's pitch is in there. Hit hard as Addie Rotz is going to get there with a base hit up center field. So now step to the plate will be Ella Fink.
Number 5, the right fielder, Ella Fink.
One out, runner on first. Stoffel's first pitch is going to be bunted down by Fink. Fink's going to get there just off the tip, but it was out. Just by a matter of inches, but I'll advance the runner on the sacrifice. As now Chloe Williams will step to the plate with 2 outs.
Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Chloe Williams.
Stoffel's first pitch can be ball 1. One-0 count now for Williams. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Called ball 2. 2-0 count now for Williams. Stoffel's pitch in there for strike 1. 2-1 count now for Chloe Williams. Anna Cameron at second base. Addie Rod's second base. Stoffel's pitch is in there. We called ball 3. 3-1 count now for Williams. Three-one count now for Chloe. Run on second. Stoffel puts in the pitch. Gonna be their dirt ball 4. It's now stepping the bat will be Evelyn Ethel.
Now batting number 5, Evelyn Ethel.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Pitches in their ball 1. One-0 count. Stoffel's pitch is in there. Gonna be low, ball 2. Two-0 count now for Ethel. Stoffel winds up the pitch. And there for ball 3. 3-0 count now for Ethel. As Stoffel winds up and throws in the pitch. Can be called strike one. Three-one count now for Ethel. Hard hit ball. Get up, baby, get up. That's going to be out of play as that'll be a home run. As this lead is cut now 4-3 off the home run to left center field by Evelyn Ethel.
Now batting, Savannah Byler.
This changes the dynamic of the ball game. 2 outs. Runners on first, second. Evelyn Ethel with a great hit over the left center field wall. So now Savannah Byler will step to the plate with 2 outs. Braves only trail now 4-3. Stoffel hauls and Earls in the pitch. That'll be ball one. 1-0 count now for Byler. Stoffel with the 1-0 pitch. We called ball two. 2-0 count now for Stoffel to Byler. Stoffel steps back on the rubber. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Going to be called strike one. Two 2-1 count now for Byler. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Byler slaps it. Just going to go barely out of play. 2-2 count now for Byler. As Stoffel wind up the pitch, 2-2 count. Byler's going to get a swing on it. She's going to get there safe on the infield hit. That'll bring up the catcher, Ellie Green.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Ellie Green.
On first, 2 outs. Ellie Green steps to the plate. First at bat for the catcher today. As Stoffel winds at the pitch. As Byler's going to get a run on it, she's going to get there safely on the stolen base in second. Oh, 1 count now for Green. Byler now on second base to tie and run. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball right in the gap in first base. That should bring home Byler. That'll tie the game up 4-4. Little blooper hit from the catcher, Ellie Green.
Now batting number 10, Nikki Elgood. Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 6, Emma Weaver.
As Emma Weaver will courtesy run for Ellie Green. So 2 outs. Braves tied this one 4-4. So now the pitcher, Nikki Elgood, steps to the plate. It's now Elgood. Stoffel winds up the pitch to Elgood. Then we call it strike one. A 1 count now for Elgood. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball is out of play. It'll be strike two. Oh, 2 count now for Elgood. Stoffel winds up the pitch. It's usually going to be called out, struck out. So strike out looking for Elgood. That'll end the inning as the Braves tie this one 4-4, and we'll start the top of the second inning momentarily. Step into the plate for the Sages is going to be number 2, Sadie Wash. Got a single on her first at bat of the ball game. Elgood will wind up here. The pitch will be called ball 1. One 0 count out for Wash. As Elgood winds up the pitch. Going to be called strike one. 1-1 count now for Walsh. One count. Elgood winds up the pitch. And their ball 2. A little high. 2-1 count now for Walsh. Elgood wind up here, delivers in the pitch. Swan on, hard hit ball. Will it be enough as Camry tries to track it down? That'll be off the fence for a double. As that'll be the 6th hit for Sages. So now Tia Key will step up to the plate for the Sages. Key with a double on her first at bat. Elgood winds up the pitch. We called ball 1. Elgood will wind up once again. 1-0 count for Key. Hard hit ball is fouled off. Strike 1. One count now for Key. Elgood winds up here the pitch. Hard hit ball, just their third base. Out on the fielder's choice, the 6-3 play. Or 5-3 play.
Batting number 8, Cassidy Stoffel.
Now Cassidy Stoffel, the pitcher, will come up to bat. Just walked in her first at bat. So good puts the pitch in. Going to find a bleeper there, as that might be good for an RBI. So that'll go in, as that'll be an RBI single for the pitcher, Stoffel. So the Sages retake a 5-4 lead.
Batting number 11 is a Berry.
Is a Berry now steps to the plate for the Sages.
Courtesy runner number 31 in the Lawhead.
So now Lawhead will courtesy run at first. Berry in her first at bat had a single. So that'll be called ball 1. One oh count now for Berry. Elgood will wind up here. The pitch, strike 1. Caught the right corner. 1-1 count now for Berry. Runner on first, 1 out. Sages lead this one 5-4. Elgood with the 1-1 pitch. Called ball 2. Little on the inside there. Two-one count now for Berry. Elgood with the pitch. Swung on right back up to Elgood. It's just going to go all the way out to Audi Rods. That'll be good enough for, going to call that an E1 there. So now runners on first and second, 1 out. So Highland will come back to the plate. That'll be ball 1. Highlander first at bat had a single. Runners on first and second, 1 out. 1-0 count now to Highland. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on a missed, strike 1, fouled off. So Elgood winds up the pitch off her hands for strike 2, fouled off. So Elgood wind up the pitch off the hands. That should be good enough for Molly Doolin to get the out. Doolin's going to drop it. It'll be an E7. Out at almost at third. And she'll be safe. So clarification will be a force out. Runner at third is out. 7-6-5 is what I'm hearing from Gray over there. Won't try to be a smart aleck. 2 outs now. Stuyvesant gets a hit. A good play by Savannah Byler, the little flip play, and then he needs to break the trail. This one 5-4. Coming up will be Molly Doolin, Anna Cameron, and Addie Rotz to start the top of the fifth. So now Molly Doolin will step to the plate for her first at bat of the ball game.
Molly Doolin.
Braves trail this one 5-4 here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch and change here for the Sages. That's going to be number 17, Madison Highland. Highland winds up the pitch. We call it strike one. 0-1 count now for Doolin. As the other one winds up the 0-1 pitch. Going to be called strike two on the corner. 0-2 count now for Doolin. Highland's third pitch going to be up high, ball one. 1-2 count now for Doolin. Highland winds up the pitch. 1-2 count now for Doolin. Hard hit ball. Is he going to find a gap? No, it's going to be a fielder's choice 6-3 play. It's now stepping to the plate. It's going to be Anna Cameron. Cameron was in a 6-3 fielder's choice her first at bat. It's the first baseman for the Sages, high off her line. A little shift action.
Now batting, Anna Cameron.
Highland winds up the first pitch. Going to be called high, ball one. 1-0 count now. Highland winds up. The pitch hurled in there. Going to be called strike one. A little surprise up here from the press box. 1-1 count. Highland the pitch. Going to be called strike two. 1-2 count now for Canamaru. 1 out. Braves trail this one 5-4 here in the bottom of the second inning. Canamaru with a 1-2 count. Highland winds up the pitch. And the dirt ball two. 2-2 count. Highland winds up the pitch. Fouled out of play by Canamaru, so it'll remain 2-2.
Yeah.
2-2 count. Highlands pitch in there, up high, ball 3, full count now for Canterbury. Full count. Highlands pitch in there. Canterbury gets a hand on the bat on the bear on the bat. That's going to go out of play. Just barely missed it. Sage's shortstop trying to make a play on that one. As Canterbury will stay alive there. Full count now for Canterbury. Highland winds up the pitch. Up high, ball 4, take your base for Canterbury, is now Addie Rotz will step to the plate.
Now batting number 4, Addie Rotz.
Rotz in her first at bat had a single. Braves trail this one 5-4 here. 1 out, runner on first. That'll be ball 1. Canterbury takes off. She steals second. She can get to third here on the little error. She'll get there. So now Canterbury wills herself all the way now. First base and second base wide open as Addie Rotz at the plate with only 1 out, runner on third. Highlands pitch in there. Going to be called strike 1. 1-1 count now for Rotz. Canterbury on third base. One swing of the bat here could tie this game up or maybe even lead it. So now Highland winds up the 1-1 pitch. Addie Rotz gets a bat on the glove, and she's going to be going on the fielder's choice. Oh, no, it's going to be an E4. And she's going to get there just in time for safe. So Canterbury will score. Rotz gets on base with an E4 as this game is now tied 5-5. So now Ella Fink will step to the bat. Fink sacrificed in her first at bat. Highland with the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. There's 1 out now. Addie Rotz on first base. On deck is going to be Chloe Williams as Fink up to bat with a 1-0 count. Slaps on it, fouled out of play for strike 1. One count now on Fink. So now the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Addie Rotz gets back there safe. Guess that was a strikeout there. A little confusion here by the press box. So now Chloe Williams will step to the plate. That's called strike, as now Rotz will steal second. Another error there on the throw from the catcher. So advance the runner. So now Chloe Williams with a chance to swing the bat to give the Braves a lead as Highlands pitches in there. Chloe with a hard hit ball is going to foul it. 0-2 count now for Williams. O2 pitch coming from Highland. Going to be high, ball 1. One-two count now for Williams. Highlands pitch, wind up. Hard hit ball, going to be fouled out of play. Still 1-2 count. 0-2 count. Highlands pitch off the hands of Chloe Williams, just fouled back out of play. She'll stay alive. Braves and Sages tied 5-5. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. Addie Rott's runner on second. Highlands pitch to Williams. Swung on, hard hit ball over the second baseman. That should bring home Addie Rotz as the Braves take this lead now 6-5. With the little 2-out rally is Chloe Williams. RBI single.
Now batting, Evelyn Ethel.
So now Ethel will give him the plate. She had a base hit in her first at bat. That ball will be in the dirt for ball one as Chloe Williams will steal second here. Strike one now. As that ball's hard hit by Evelyn Ethel. So I'll be runners at the corners now, first and third, with 2 outs.
Now batting, Savannah Byler.
This is now first and third are now. So that ball's going to be in the dirt now. Is now Chloe Williams going to get a chance to add to that lead now. She's in there safe on the wild pitch. Now bring Evelyn Ethel all the way to third. So that pitch is in there now for ball one. One 0 count now. Silence pitch is in there. Right back to her. Play will be made, and now in the innings, the Braves will lead this one now 7-5 with the Sages ball in their order coming up for the top of the third. As Wally Widener will step to the plate now here in the top of the third inning. Braves lead this one now 7-5. Elgood winds up the pitch. That'll be ball one. So it'll be a 1-1 count now.
Yeah, it'll be a couple days. Oh my gosh. Tell me about it.
So Hogan now winds up the pitch. It'll be called strike 2 on the corner.
Once we moved our deadlines up, it's like we print like 2 days. It's such a pain in the ass.
It's the 1-2 pitch now in the dirt ball 2.
Yeah, I wish we could still do that because it's a good system. Because now it's all some of the radio stations and newspaper put online. They'll put the game changer box scores out there.
As that ball is played in, that'll be a single now for Weiner. The left field gap.
Fall game changer. Look at the box score and see the write up. Now batting number 6, Avery Schweitzer. I mean the AI that writes it up. The stuff up on game changer is pretty good. It makes some nice little stories.
That ball's in the dirt for ball 1. So Weiner will steal second. It's 1-0 count now. So that ball swung on and missed, fouled off, strike 1.
He's up to 75 pitches
One
already.
1 count now. Hogan winds in the pitch in the dirt ball 2. So now Schweitzer with a 2-1 count now. Round second. Nobody out. Hogan's pitch swung on and missed. Fouled off once again. Strike 2. 2-2 count now. Two count now for Schweitzer. Hogan winds up the pitch. Swung on. Looks like it's going to go right back to Canterbury. Canterbury with a nice catch. Tagged up on second. It's going to be Weiner. She'll get to third. For first out of the game. Great catch there by Anna Canterbury. So now the pitcher, now Leatherwood, will step to the plate. And her first at bat struck out. Runner on third, 1 out. Braves lead this one 7-5 as we have a little break in the action. Umpire talking to Addie Rotz and Savannah Byler. Hogan winds up the pitch. Ball 1. No count. Hogan winds up the pitch. She went on that one, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Leatherwood. Hogan with the pitch, fouled off, strike 2. One, 2 count now. Sigils will be back up to her leadoff hitter after this. Hogan winds up the pitch in there for ball 2. 2-2 count now for Leatherwood. We're on third, 1 out. Braves lead this one 7-5 here in the top of the third inning. Hogan with the 2-2 pitch. Going to be called ball 3, full count. Full count now for Leatherwood. Elgood winds up the pitch. In there on the quarter slug out looking once again is Leatherwood. That'll be 2 outs now for the Braves. So now Walsh will step to the plate with a single in her first at-bat, double in the second inning. Oh, good, winds up the pitch. Called in there for strike one. As we get some rowdiness from the Monticello crowd there. 0-1 count now on Walsh. Elgood puts it in there. Play is made. Another RBI single up to center field. As the Sages cut this now 7-6.
Number 22, Thea Key.
Thea Key will step up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Had a double in her first at bat. Fielder's choice in her last one. Sullivan winds up the pitch here. We called ball one. Elgood winds up the pitch in the dirt, ball two. 2-0 count now here, top of the third inning. Elgood with the 2-0 pitch, hard hit ball. Ethel has it. Ethel just swings over to first base, and that'll be an out. 5-3 fielder's choice. So we'll be back now for the bottom of the lineup for the Braves momentarily for the bottom of the third inning. Now leading off for the innings going to be Ellie Green.
Leading off for Mount Zion, number 8, Ellie Green.
Green in her first at bat had a single. And RBI. Gray's always got to one-up me here in the press box.
Trying to help you out. Fans want to know.
That's true, too. Good point. Stoffel back on the mound now for the Sages. First pitch. Going to be called strike one. 0-1 count now for Green. Stoffel winds up the pitch. High, ball one. 1-1 count now for Green. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball out of play, strike two. One-two count now. Stoffel winds in the pitch. Swan on. Says they're going to get a piece of it, so Green will stay alive here with an 0-2 count, 1-2 count. Braves lead this one 7-6 here in the bottom third inning. Stoffel wind up here the pitch. Fouled back out of play. As Green will stay alive. On deck's going to be Nikki Elgood. Molly Doolin will be the third hitter here. 1-2 count now for Green. Stoffel's pitch. Swung on and missed, foul tipped. One, two count now. That ball's going to be called ball 2. To the shock of us. Umpire's been calling that a little bit here and there. It's 2-2 count now for Green. No outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-2 pitch. Stoffel fires it in there. Hard hit ball. So I'll just go over the left field lead wall. Two count now for Green. It's now Stoffel with it. Stoffel winds up the pitch. Off the hands of Green. It's going to be fouled once again, so Green will stay alive now. Two count now for Green. Still nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Sorry. Stoffel winds up the pitch. In the corner, that'll be full count now. Full count now for Ellie Green as Nikki Elgood on deck for the Braves. Full count pitch coming from Stoffel. Swung on, hard hit ball once again over that little left fence. Still be full count here. So that'll be full count. Still nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. So now Stoffel will throw it in there. Hard hit ball by Ellie Green. It's going to be out of the right fielder's grasp, so she'll stay alive once again. Pitch is in there, going to be called ball 4. Take your base. So Ellie Green will go to first on the walk. That'll bring up Nikki Elgood.
Courtesy running. Number 6, Emma Weber.
As Emma Weber will be the courtesy runner. Weaver. About to say, he said. Now Emma Weaver will be great. Try to make me look bad here on Braves TV. Wants to pronounce it wrong since Darren Gitzel isn't here. Stoffel will run in there. That'll be called ball 1. As she'll be thrown out at second, Weaver. So that'll be 1 out now. Nobody on base. Missing Darren Gitzel up here a little bit too much right now. Because Gray's out here mispronouncing names. 1 out on the caught stolen. 1-0 count now for Nikki Elgood. So it's a hard hit ball up center field. She'll fly out. That'll be 2 outs now for the Braves.
Batting, number 1.
So now Molly Doolin will step to the plate. Played into a fielder's choice earlier, 6'3". So we get to hear some Snoop Dogg here at the ballpark. Stoffel with the windup, the pitch. We called ball 1. 0 count now. 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Braves leads 1 7-6. Stuff with the windup, the pitch. We called ball 2, or strike 1. Late fist once again by the umpire. 1-1 count now for Doolin. This is going to be a hard hit ball just underneath the second base glove on her knees. That'll be an infield hit there for Molly Doolin. So now Anna Canterbury will step to the bat.
Number 7, the center fielder, Anna Canterbury.
Still with one of the best songs in the lineup here, unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. Anna Canterbury in her last at bat was walked, stole 2 bases though. Infield once again up on her. She's going to get down the bunt. That'll get no one's covering first, so that'll be an infield hit. So now Addie Rott steps to the plate. 1 for 1 official on the day. Got on base with an E4 earlier. Singled in her first at bat. So now Rotz will step to the plate. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Braves doing a lot of their damage right now on the 2-out rallies. Stoffels pitches in there. Addie Rotz gets a bat on. Blakey's going to hold Anna Canterbury. Rotz is going to have to get back. First isn't occupied, though, by anybody. So that'll be another hit for Rotz, and bases are loaded now for Ella Fink. So now bases are loaded. 2 outs now. Ella Fink steps to the plate. She struck out in her last at bat, sacrificed in her first one. Stoffels pitches in there. We call it strike 1. Oh, 1 count now for Fink. Bases loaded. Bottom of the third inning. Braves lead this one 7-6. Stoffels pitch. Slapped in. It's going to just go right into the left fielder's glove now in the inning. So we head to the top of the fourth inning. Braves lead this one 7-6. We'll be right back. As one of the pitchers will lead things off, Cassidy Stoffel here for the Sages here in the top of the fourth inning. Braves lead this one 7-6. Stoffel, RBI single on her last at bat, walked her first at bat. As Elgood winds of the pitch here, hard hit ball, just Evelyn Ethel. They're going to call that in play as that's going to go in the dirt, but that'll be a fielder's choice 5-3 there to start the inning. Great scoop by Chloe. Great fielded play there by Evelyn Ethel. So now Ida Beery will step to the plate here for the Sages. Beery reached on the E1 her last at bat, singled in her first at bat. So Elgood gets in there, ball 1. One-0 count. Hard hit ball just to the second baseman, Byler. Byler fields it, gets it to Chloe Williams. That'll be another out.
Now batting number 17, Madison Highland.
So now Highland, the other pitcher for the Sages today, will likely see the bottom of the 4th inning here with 2 outs now. Elgood winds up here the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 count now for Highland. As Elgood winds up the pitch, fouled back, strike 2. Oh, 2 count now for Highland. Elgood winds up the pitch. Swung on, hard hit ball. Hattie Rotz fields it. Gets over to Chloe Williams, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves, their first shot inning of the game. As we'll have Chloe Williams, Evelyn Ethel, Savannah Byler up for the bottom of the 4th inning. So now leading off this inning will be Chloe Williams here for the Braves. So now Stoffel back out here for the bottom of the 4th inning for the Sages. Stoffel with the first pitch to Williams. Going to be called strike 1. Williams walked in her first at bat, had a single in her last at bat. 0-1 count now. So that ball's one on and fouled off, strike 2. 0-2 count now for Williams. As now Stoffel will wind up the pitch here. Over the plate, ball 1. 1-2 count now for Chloe. The 1-2 pitch about to be here underway from Stoffel. The pitch. In the dirt, ball 2 almost. 2-2 count now for Chloe. On deck is Ellen Ethel. Ethel with a home run and single so far today. 2-2 count now for Chloe. Stoffel winds up. The pitch. Just fouled out of play to the right. Over the bathrooms. Hit a car there as well. 2-2 count for Chloe. As Stoffel wind up here the pitch. Hard hit ball from Chloe. Get up, baby, get up. That's going to be right to the wall. That'll be a double for Chloe. Great leadoff hit there as now Evelyn Ethel will step to the plate with nobody out. Ethel playing third today. Had a 3-run homer in her first at bat. Single in her last at bat. We'll see what she does here. Braves lead this one still 7-6 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stoffel winds up here the pitch. Called strike 1. Ethel did homer off Stoffel in her first at bat. Oh, 1 count now. Savannah Byler on deck for the Braves. Stoffel with the pitch. Hard hit, soft hit ball as Chloe Williams got to get out of the way of the tag. As they're going to call that out. So that's going to be the fielder's choice now. Byler now steps to the plate now with a runner on third, 1 out. So now Stoffel here. Byler steps to the plate. 1 for 2 on the evening. So that'll be ball 1. 1-0 count now. Chloe Williams on third base for the Braves. Stoffel with the pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Two-0 count now for the Braves, or for Byler. Stoffel's pitch swung on, fouled out, strike 1. Two-one count now. So that Byler hits a hard hit ball to center field. That'll be the F8. As now Chloe Williams might be able to score on the advanced ball. Know that Blake will hold her third. Now Ellie Green will step to the bat.
Now batting, Ellie Green.
So now that ball will be hard hit. Ellie Green up the middle. So that'll be in the dirt. That'll be another E4. She'll advance there to second. So Braves take an 8-6 lead.
Now batting, number 10, Nikki Elgood. Courtesy runner, second base, Emma Weaver.
So now Stoffel will face Nikki Elgood. Elgood 0 for 2 so far on the evening. Braves lead this one 8-6 now. So that'll be called ball 1. Braves doing a lot of their damage here with 2 outs. This one. 1-0 count now for Elgood. Winds up the pitch. That might be down for Elgood. That's going to go foul. 1-1 count now. 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be hit. That'll be fair. Waving round is going to be Byler. Elgood will get an RBI single on the evening. So Braves now take a 9-6 lead.
Now batting, number 1, Molly Doolin.
So now Molly Doolin will step to the plate. Doolin 1 for 2 so far on the evening. So now there'll be a courtesy runner.
Number 3, Tatum Gray.
That's Tatum Gray will be the courtesy runners. We see a smile from the press box from good old Eric Gray up here. As we have a lot of foot up here in the press box right now. The pitch to Doolin up high, ball 1, ball 2, ball 1. Gray up here talking crap about a foot race. Can't even get the scoreboard going. We have 1-0 count now for Molly Doolin. Stoffel with the pitch and the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Molly Doolin. Braves lead this one here 9-6 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stoffel with the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be called strike 1. Stealing second's going to be Tatum Gray. 2-1 count now for Doolin. So that pitch is in there. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count now for Doolin. Gray on second base. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. So now Stoffel will get it. Hit up the middle. That's going to find a gap as Blakey's going to hold her. So runners on first and third. As a little bit of shock here, but hey, that'll be Molly Doolin's second hit here. So now Canamaru is now at bat for the Braves. Canamaru with an infield hit in her last at bat, walked her second at bat, rounded into fielder's choice 6-3 earlier. With the best song still in the lineup here. Braves lead this one 9-6 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runners on the corner still doing a lot of damage with 2 outs. I'll start with the E4 from Green. Elgo hit an RBI single. Doing the hit. So that ball's going to go in the dirt. As now Doolin will steal second base. So now runners on second and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Canamaru has a 1-0 count. One-0 count now for Canamaru. They called the ball 2. Two-0 count for Canamaru. Stoffel winds up here, the pitch, momentarily. Stoffel throws it in there, going to be in the dirt, ball 3. 3-0 count now for Canamaru. As now Addie Rotz will be up next. 2-1 count. So that ball's in the dirt. Now it'll be ball 3, 3-1. Little late call there by the ump on that strike, so sorry about that. 3-1 count now for Canamaru. Runners on second and third, 2 out. Stoffel takes a breath. Throws in the pitch. Fouled off. Be full count now for Canamaru. Full count now. Runners on second and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Braves to lead this one 9-6. Stoffel here will wind up. That'll be off the bat of Canamaru. She stays alive. Full count now for Canamaru. Stoffel winds up here. The pitch. Infield's now on the shift here for Canamaru. She gets a hard hit ball. It's going to be caught by the shortstop there. That'll end the innings. We'll go on the top of the 5th. Braves lead this one 9-6. We'll be right back. Back now for the top of the 5th inning.
Monticello, number 5, Ashley Stevenson.
It's Ashley and Stevenson will come in. We have a pitching change here. Ella Fink now on the rubber for the Braves.
Let's see, we get some stuff. He's got a little bigger zone, so it might fit well.
Fink with her first pitch of the night. In there for strike 1. Slow right hand for the umpire today. That was clearly a strike there. 0-1 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Ball 1. Got ahead of herself on that one. 1-1 count now for Stuyvesant. One count. Fink winds up the pitch. Ball 2. 2-1 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. In there for strike 2 right down the middle. 2-2 count now on Stuyvesant. Fink winds up the pitch. Full count. Full count now. Fink winds up here the pitch to Stuyvesant. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll be a strikeout for Fink. That's now stepping to the plate. That's Allie Widener, number 14. Widener 2 for 2 so far in the game. Fink winds up the pitch. Ball 1. One 0 count now for Widener. Fink winds up the second pitch in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now. Fink with the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Fink winds up. Strikeout 3. Caught looking there. It's Fink with 2 straight strikeouts now. So now step to the bat's going to be Avery Schweitzer. Schweitzer 0 for 2 for so far on her day. As Fink winds up, fires in the pitch. Swung on right up to Fink. Easy work for Fink. 1-2-3 inning as Fink had her hand in all of it. As coming up to the bottom of the 5th for the Braves, it's going to be Addie Rotz, Ella Fink, and Chloe Williams. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th here on Braves TV. So now Addie Rotz will step in for her third at-bat of the evening. 2 singles on the day, hit to an E4 earlier. As that pitch will be ball 1. 1-0 count now for Rotz. It's Highland back there in their pitcher. It's going to be called strike 1 on the corner there. 1-1 count now for Rotz. Braves got their second shutout inning of the game. Fink with 2 strikeouts and a little assist to first base for the third out of the inning. As Highland will 1-1 count now to Rotz. Lobs in there for ball 2. Two 1 count now for Rotz. Braves lead this one 9-6 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll mean there for ball 3. 3-1 count now. So that's going to be ball 4. Take your base for Addie Rotz. So now step into the plate. It's going to be Ella Fink. Fink, no hits on the day so far. Just going to get down the bunt. That'll be strike 1. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Highland pitching for the Sages. Fink shows a bunt, brings it back. That'll be ball 1. 1-1 count now for Fink. Rod's there on first base, got on the walk. Chloe Williams there on deck. Highland winds up the pitch. Fouled off, strike 2. 1-2 count now for Fink as Addie Rotz on first. Nobody out. Monticello comes to this one undefeated here, 11-0. Right now down 9-6 to the Braves. Fink shows a bunt, 1-2 count. Brings it back, slaps in a hit right to underneath the third baseman's glove. That'll be an infield hit there. So now step into the home plate. It's going to be Chloe Williams. Chloe, 2 for 2 on the day, was walked in her first at bat, had a single and a double so far today. Nobody out, runners on first and second. If Darren Gensel were here, he'd say it's time for a Chloe bomb. Highland puts it in there. That'll be called strike 1. 0-1 count now for Williams. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Highland winds up the pitch. Going to be off of Chloe Williams' glove. Off her bat, I mean. Sorry, it looked like it was off her hands there, Gray. You want to keep giving me crap over there. We're going to run this race at the end of this. You can buy me and my girlfriend dinner here. We'll bet that. How about that? I don't know you nothing. I know he was not. So that ball's in there for Chloe Williams off her hands again. Going to go out of play there. I'll tell you what, Gray. We can run this race. The loser buys the other couple meal tonight. In the world of Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, I think we can make this happen. I'm in slides. I'll take them off. 0-2 count now for Williams. That'll be called ball 1. As we hear some little complaints here from the Monticello crowd. 1-2 count now for Williams. First and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Highland winds up the pitch here. So, off the hands of Williams once again. Going to go out of play as Williams will stick alive. I wish Darren gets away here because it's time for a Clo bomb here. So the Braves lead this one 9-6 here, bottom of the 5th inning. Need some runs here so we can keep this going. Highland here winds at the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 count now for Chloe Williams. Two count. Highland's pitch in there. Williams gets a poke at it. Flip to second, and they'll be there for a double play. So now Blakey's hands are in the air. There was a pulled foot earlier in the game that they missed, so Blakey's got a right to challenge that one. Now Evelyn Ethel will step to the plate here. Runner only on third base after the double play.
One person couldn't hit it that hard at second base.
So now Ethel bats with 2 outs. And they're for ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Braves the leads 9-6. That's going to be called strike 1 there on the corner. 1-1 count now for Ethel. Ethel, so far 2 for 3 on the day, had a home run in her first at bat here in the first inning. 3-run shot over the left center field wall. Had a single. Now with the 1-1 count, ball 2. 2-1 count now. Bradley's won 9-6. Highland's pitch in there for 3-1 count.
Walker's going to get in the run down and try to score right.
3-1 count. Highland's pitch fouled off, strike 2. Full count now for Ethel. The pitch. Take your base. Runners on the corners now for the Braves, first and third with 2 outs. And Savannah Byler stepping to the plate.
Now batting, Savannah Byler.
Byler so far in this game, infield hit. So that's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Ethel will steal second on that. So now runners on second and third here with 2 outs. Braves have been doing a lot with this 2-out rally here. Trying to get some runs on the board here as they go on the 5th inning. It's Highland here with the pitch and the dirt, ball 2. Two-0 count now for Byler. It's Highland here with the pitch. Hard hit up the middle, as that's going to be an impede on the runner there. So they're going to call that out. As Evelyn was trying to run around, that'll be the end of the 5th inning here. Braves the leads 9-6. We'll be right back. Lucy Leatherwood will get things going here in the top of the 6th inning for the Sages. Braves lead this one here 9-6. Sages coming in this one undefeated 11-0.
When's the last time you got your heart checked?
As Fink winds up here, the pitch. Going to be bunted. Fink has it. Fink gets over to Byler for the 1-3 fielder's choice as we have one out here now in the top of the 6th. As now leading things up in second batter will be Sadie Walsh. Walsh 3 for 3 on the night. First time she's seen Fink.
Sadie Walsh.
Fink here winds up the pitch. Strike 1 called. 0-1 count now. 0-1 pitch. Fink. Swung on, hard hit ball. It's going to be going there for a base hit. Right off the handle there. So they'll find a hole there in left field. Now coming to plate, it's going to be Tia Key.
Batting number 22, Thea Key.
Thea Key, sorry. Braves still leads 9-6 here in top of the 6th inning with 1 out. Fink winds up the pitch. Strike 1. 0-1 count now on Key. Runner on first. 1 out here. Fink winds up the pitch. Strike 2. This zone really expands here for the ump as we have about 0-2 count now here in the top of the 6th inning. So we're approaching 2 hours into game time. Fink will wind up the pitch here. Ball 1, 1-2 count. Fink with the 1-2 pitch. Ball 2, 2-2 count now. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Fink with the pitch. Off the hands, fouled out of play. 2-2 count still for Key. Fink with the windup, the pitch. Hard hit ball. Rotz will have it. Rotz fires it back to first. For the pop fly, there'll be 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 8, Cassidy Stoffel.
Cassie Stoffel here will come up to bat for the Sages. She's 1 for 2 on the night. Two outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Braves leads with 9-6 as Fink winds up the pitch in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Strike 2. As you hear the displeasure of the Monticello Sages, I'm all for keeping undefeated season. We're 2 hours in the ball game, and Eric Gray up here still has to do a JV game. Fink will wind up here the pitch. Ball 1. Fink winds up here the pitch. 1-2 count. I'll be out of play. One-two pitch now coming from Fink. In there, swung on and missed. Strikeout. That'll be her 3rd of the night. So I'll be out anyway. We'll be here in bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the order coming up for the Braves. Ellie Green, Nikki Elgood, Molly Doolin. We'll be right back. So we are back here now, top of the 6th inning. Ellie Green will be leading off for the Braves.
Catcher, Ellie Green.
Green so far in her day. Reached on E4, got a hit earlier in the game. So now Highland back on the rubber for the Sages. They'll be in the dirt, ball 1. Braves is going 9-6 here. Monticello comes this one undefeated, 11-0. Beat Charleston. So that's in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now for Green. Highland with the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, high hit ball. It's going to be out of play for strike 2. One-two count now. The pitch from Highland. Going to be called ball 2. 2-2 count now. Highland with the pitch.
Oh, nice, Ellie.
Nice hit by Ellie. Going to go off the glove there. It'll be good enough for a double there. Ellie Green with her second hit at the bat. Now coming to the plate, it's going to be Nikki Elgood, one of the pitchers of tonight's game. So now we'll have a pitch runner here. Courtesy runner.
For the catcher, Emma Weaver.
Emma Weaver. This time Greg gets her name right, so I don't do it wrong on here. So now Elgood steps to the plate. Elgood 1 for 3 on the. Rachel Besser actually will be pitch hitting here. Good catch there by Grace. Highland winds up the pitch. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count now for Besser. Highland gets hit off the glove. That'll be it's the fielder's choice there. There'll be 1 out now. Ellie Green advances the Weavers advances the 3rd. Molly Doolin here will get the at-bat. Doolin so far 2 for 3 on the night. Let's get to listen to Snoop Dogg once again. Snoop D-O-G. Silent here with the pitch. Off the bat, strike 1 for Doolin. Oh, 1 count now. That'll be in the dirt. They're going to call it strike 2. 0-2 count now for Doolin. As we're approaching already 2 hours of game time for this varsity game. 0-2 count now for Doolin. Highland winds up the pitch. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Doolin. Weaver on 3rd. On deck's going to be Anna Canamaru coming up for her 5th at bat of the ball game. It's going to be fouled once again by Doolin. Highland with the pitch. Ball 2. 2-2 count now. Two count now for Doolin. In the dirt for full count, ball 3. It's Highland with it, full count. Runner on 3rd, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Highland winds up the pitch. Doolin gets a barrel on it. So that'll be out, as that's going to be almost Throw pass ball there. That'll be 2 outs now. So now stepping to play with the leadoff hitter.
Now batting,
Anna Canamaru. Highland with the pitch. Hard hit ball. Going to go right to the shortstop. Off her glove. That'll be good for an RBI single there. As the Braves once again score on a 2-out little rally here. So now they lead 10-6. So now Addie Rotz steps to the plate. Rotz with 2 hits, reached on a walk and an E4. She's going to get almost another hit there. That'll be a fouled off. Strike 1. Braves lead this one 10-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking to give Monticello their first loss of the season. The 0-1 pitch coming from Highland. Swung on, hard hit ball. Addie Rotz is going to get in with her 3rd hit of the game. That's going to be a single to left field. That's now Ella Fink will step to the plate now with 2 outs, runners on 1st and 2nd.
Number 5, Ella Fink.
Now Highland here with 2 outs, runners on 1st and 2nd. Fink with an infield hit, 1 for 3 so far on the day, unofficial. It's going to be called ball 1. So now Highland here, Fink showing the bunt, swings at it. Going to get there on the infield hit. She'll be safe. So now bases loaded with 2 outs. And up comes Chloe Williams. Good time for a Chloe bomb, Chloe.
Number 20, Chloe Williams.
Chloe so far in this game, 2 for 3 unofficially. Was walked in her first at bat, has a single and a double so far. Went into fielder's choice earlier. As now the bases are juiced for Chloe Williams. So now Highland with the pitch. Hard hit ball. Get up, baby. Get up. That's going to find a hole there in right field. As that'll bring 3 runs. Chloe Williams going to be held at 2nd as the Braves now lead this one 13-6. Great hit there by Chloe Williams. As now stepping the bat's going to be Evelyn Ethel. Ethel with a 3-run homer of her own already. Has a walk on the day, single. So we're going to have a courtesy runner here. It's going to be number 3. Pinch runner, Tatum Gray. So now Braves lead this one here 13-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. (13-6). So now Ethel will step to the bag. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Braves once again blowing it open here. So that'll be called strike 1. 0-1 count now to Ethel. So now Highland winds up the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. 0-2 count now. Braves lead this one 13-6. So now Highland with it. 0-2 pitch. Caught looking. That'll be a strikeout. So we'll head to the top of the 7th. Braves won 16-3. So we'll see their 4, 5, 6 hitter here at the top of the 7th. We'll be right back on Braves TV. Leading off for the Sages is going to be Issa Berry.
Batting number 11 is a Berry.
As the Braves and lead this one now 13-6 over undefeated Monticello here in possibly the final half inning here. Fink coming in with 3 strikeouts, 2 innings pitched. Fink's first pitch of the inning. In the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball to the shortstop, Addy Rotz. Rotz fields it. Fielder's choice 6-3 for the first out of the 7th inning. Set up the plate now is going to be one of the pitchers for the ball game for the Sages. Highland. Highland 1 for 2 officially on the day. She ran into fielder's choice last at bat. Fink winds up the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. One 0 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count with 1 out here at the top of the 7th inning. Fink winds up the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. One 2 count now for Fink. Hard hit ball, fouled out of play. 1-2 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Hard hit ball, right up the glove. Rotz fields it on the bag. That'll be out. Another 6-3 fielder's choice. So now we have down to their last out is Monticello. It'll be Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant struck out in her last at bat. So now Stuyvesant steps to the plate now. Almost 2 hours and 15 minutes of game time here. Fink winds up the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 count now. Fink winds up the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count now. Will Monticello go down? 0-2 count now on Stuyvesant. Fink winds up the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. 1-2 count now on Stuyvesant. A 1-2 pitch from Fink. Called strike looking, as that'll be the Braves will win this one now 13-6, handing Monticello their first loss of the season. I'm Blake Faith, Braves TV sponsor. We'll see you next time, folks. Have a good night.